Hello, everybody. It's Friday. I'm Stephen Carlson. This is a Sedona-Method support call. And I'm going to start this call with a group release. The topic of the group release is, why do I deserve happiness, abundance, and security when the whole world is suffering? And so follow along and see if you resonate with any of this. We live in a world which seems to be falling apart. Just today, off the top of my head, I can think about war in Gaza, Israel, Iran, Ukraine. I can think about craziness in American politics. I can think about larger problems such as climate change. Here in California, where I live, it's now the middle of June, and we're really in the middle of fire season. So pick your topic. It seems like the world is falling apart. It seems like the world is suffering everywhere you look. And so again, the question arises, why do I deserve happiness, abundance, and security? Check and see. Is there any sense of guilt about all of the suffering in the world? If you don't feel that way, you don't have to force it. But chances are, when you think about people suffering in other parts of the world, in other parts of your country, in other parts of your city, when you think about people suffering, what comes up? Just notice any sense of heaviness, any feeling of constriction in the body, any kind of unease. Notice what happens in the mind. Notice any thoughts that come up. Notice memories, maybe voices, sounds, image. Notice how the mind reacts. So just notice any sense of guilt that arises from a world where other people suffer, and very often in a very visible way. Oh, did I mention the craziness of rounding people off the streets in places like Los Angeles? I'm talking about these immigration raids, crazy stuff. So notice anything that comes up, any sense of guilt about the suffering in the world. And now let's do that thing that very few people will ever do, which is just to allow that, open to that, acknowledge it. Whatever it brings up, could that be here? Could that have permission? Could that have space? And notice also that you don't want to feel that, allow that. That's resistance. And then check, does this feel personal? Does it feel like you resisting, you feeling guilty? And whatever is here, could that just be allowed? And then when you're ready, could you let that go? Would you let that go? And when? Take a breath, allow things to settle. So, another part of this feeling is the comparison. I'm comparing my situation to the situation that I think that I see. Remember, we don't really know what that other person in the photograph, the other person in the video, the other person in the news story is experiencing. We don't. We don't know what other people experience. But nevertheless, we think that we do because we make the comparison. That person feels worse than I do. I feel better, right? So notice just that sense of comparing your experience to others. Some people have it better. Some people have it worse. Maybe you feel that you have it better. Maybe you feel you have it worse. Just notice that it's a very simple mechanism and we're doing it all the time, comparing. And notice what gets stirred up with all these thoughts of me versus them, better versus worse. Notice how this shows up in the body in particular. Focus on what's happening in the body and breathe. Notice what's happening in the mind and breathe. And then let's try something different. Is any of this actually you? Are you those thoughts, those images, those sounds, those memories? Are you those sensations in the body, the cramping, discomfort, disease, whatever is being experienced in the body? Is that you? Or are you that which is aware? Are you that which is aware of the sensations in the body? Are you that which is aware of images and sounds in the mind, thought? Are you aware? Are you? Okay, so one more time back to the beginning. Why do I deserve happiness? Why do I deserve abundance? Lots of money, lots of opportunities, lots of comfort, abundance, whatever it means to you. And why do I deserve security? Protection from the uncertainties and chaos of life, the ability to put up a wall. Why do I deserve security? When all of the rest of the world seems to be suffering, the whole world is suffering. Why do I deserve better? So think about what this means in terms of your identity. Are you a good person? Are you a bad person? Are you deserving? Are you worthy? Notice what comes up in relation to these questions. Who are you to want better? Who are you to deserve more? Just notice whatever comes up and just check and see. Would you like to change the reaction? Is there any resistance to what you felt, what you feel? Just allow it to be like that just the best you can because it's like that anyway. And then check and see, does this feel personal? Does this feel like you and your story? Is this about your identity, who you are as a person? So just for the moment, could you allow it to be like that, if that's how it seems to be? Is this what's apparently happening? And then check and see. Can you find the one who feels that way? Can you find that sense of the individual struggling against a cold and heartless world? Can you find that one? Is that real? Can you find the one who suffers? And whatever you found, whatever there seems to be, could you just allow that to be like that? And let's finish this with a slightly different approach. So just let's go back to the beginning. The topic that we're working with is this. Why do I deserve happiness? Why do I deserve abundance, security, when the whole world seems to be suffering? So just because we can for no reason at all, would you give yourself permission? Check and see if you can. It's an experiment. Play along with me. Would you give yourself permission to feel happiness and see what happens? Take a deep breath and allow happiness as best you can, whatever that means for you. As best you can, could you give permission to happiness? And then, could you give permission to abundance, whatever that means to you? Could you open yourself and allow abundance? Feel into it, whatever that means to you, however that comes up. And don't forget those deep, slow breaths. They help to move things through the core of the body. Just for now, could you allow abundance? Just open to it. Surrender yourself to it as best you can. And then, security. Could you open yourself to security, not having pressure, not having to worry about the next meal, the next job, the next payment? Could you open yourself to security, the ability to trust? And notice it's there if you ask. It's there if you invite it. So, could you? Could you open yourself? And would you? And when? Okay, that feels like a good place to stop. Welcome everybody on the call. I'm Stephen Carlson. This is a support call. Everybody can, anybody who wants can ask a question, share a gain. That's always very appreciated. And ask for any support. We can either do one-on-one work or I can do another group release, however it comes up. Or we could even just sit in silence for a moment and see what happens. Except that I did see somebody unmute for just a second. And I see a hand up. Hello, Maria Teresa.
No,
Hello.
even I have been doing the work on my worthiness.
Worthiness.
Yeah.
How's that?
But I having a strong, it's having struggle a little bit. It's getting better and still better, but I need some help with that.
Of course.
And guilt.
Gil,
Yes. Yes.
was there any specific question or?
I feel guilt because I lost my business
Mm.
because somebody stole things,
Mm-hmm.
and I have been blaming them, and I have been taking care of what I felt in like 20 years. I have been no like 15 years, and I've been stuck on that. And every time I do that, I feel sadness, and I feel anger, I feel guilt. Why didn't I was so busy I didn't realize that this is happening. Uh, hmm,
Mm-hmm.
why they did this to me? Poor of me. I am a victim.
Of course.
Yes, I'm all a victim. So I have been working on it, but it's still yesterday was like I was gaining again, but it was less, a little bit, like 50% better than before. But it's still, it hurts a little bit. And that doesn't make me get to the another step where I can go back again into business. And I have been stuck, and I don't want to be stuck anymore. I just want to jump in and do it again.
I have a proposal for you.
Okay.
Would you like to do the cleanup procedure?
Yes.
Let's do that. Have you ever done
Okay.
this around this business, around what happened?
No, no,
Okay.
no. Okay.
First, I'll just do a little introduction. The cleanup procedure is a process that originally was created for Sedona-Method instructors only. It wasn't meant to be shared with the general public, and I don't know why that was, but that was just how it was created, I think in the 70s, perhaps. It's a very good process for working with people, but also working for specific problems or situations like what you've just described. So I'm going to lead Maria Teresa through this process, but everybody else can follow along. You can choose your own situation, your own person. So just when you're ready, take a breath and bring to mind that person, place, situation, thing that you'd like to feel more free about. And you know just exactly what I'm talking about. I'm sure everyone does. So, whatever that is that you'd like to feel more free about, just bring up the memory. Notice what thoughts come up, images and sound, and just see, in fact, if there's a reaction in the body to whatever this problem, situation, person, place, thing, whatever this is. All right? So, when you're ready,
In my eyes.
uh
Mm.
huh.
Oh, no, I need me to, especially my
So, you feel the tension in the body, in particular around the eyes.
yes,
And could that be allowed? Is that okay the way it is just for now? Would you give it permission?
yes,
Okay, let's just check and see. When you think about all of what happened, that story, was there any sense that they or it was trying to control you? You were being controlled?
yes,
And was there any sense that you were resisting that
yes,
control? Right. And were you trying to control it, them, the situation?
yes,
Right. And did it feel like somebody was pushing back, what did it feel like? Resistance.
Yes.
And in this situation, did you feel like you were trying to control yourself?
Yes.
Yeah. And were you also resisting the situation completely?
Yes.
So just for now, notice all of the pushing, all of the pulling, all of the control, all the desire. Also, one last little part right there is that desire to be controlled. Notice also, sometimes we just want to be controlled. It's often very secret.
That gets me very angry.
Notice also, does anger have permission just for now? Can
Yes.
anger be welcome? Very often we think that anger is bad news. Oh, things are getting out of control. In my experience, when the anger comes up, this is good news because it's a much more active state of emotion. And that's why I'm asking, could you welcome the anger?
Yes.
Okay. And now all of this that's come up, just check and see. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 is the maximum. How intensely is all this being felt?
And my throat, I can't swallow.
Uh-huh. And do you have a number?
And
I think I heard 10.
10, yes.
Good, good. And when you're ready, could you just allow it? Just give it permission to be like that, just for now. And don't
Yes.
forget to breathe. That's also important.
Yes.
And it's really being felt most intensely in the body. Is that right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just play a game if you're open to that. Could you just imagine that it doesn't have any name? There's no reason for what's happening in the body. There's no story or explanation that's required. Would you be open to that?
Yes.
And notice how things shift when you let go of all that mental weight. And just for now, when you're ready, could you let that go?
Yes.
And would you?
Yes.
And when?
Now.
Okay, so the first layer is control. Does that feel complete for now?
Yes.
What comes after is approval. So in that situation, did you disapprove? Did you disapprove of other people or of the situation? Did you disapprove of yourself?
The two things.
Right. And did you desire the approval of
Yes.
yourself, from yourself?
Yes.
Right. Just notice all of the wanting approval. And take a breath and just allow it. Notice what's happening in the mind, and the images and sound, memories and stories. Notice also the body, how it reacts. And how intensely does it come up? Scale of 1 to 10.
5, 4.
Mm-hmm. You think you can allow a solid 5?
I'm sorry?
Could you welcome up even 5?
Yes.
Yeah. And then just check, is any of this you? Are you the one that feels that way?
Yes.
Huh? Or is it possible that you are aware of thought?
I did understand that.
Well, notice the difference. Are you aware of thought, or are you those thoughts?
I am those thoughts.
You are the thought.
Mm.
Are you aware of the body, or are you that body?
I am the body.
So could you allow that to feel as true as it does?
Yes.
And then when you're ready, could you let that go? And you can say yes or no.
Maybe.
And would you let that go? Any answer is okay.
Yes.
Hmm. And when?
No.
And what's here now?
Me.
Okay. Let's move on to security. So just notice that when you think about all that happened, that story, just allow yourself to go back again. And notice, was there any desire for security,
Yes.
safety, survival?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Was there any wanting to challenge, oppose, or threaten somebody else or some situation or something?
Challenge.
Okay. And could you allow all of that to feel as strong as it does?
Yes.
And there's also one more part of it too, which is that desire just to give all, just to give up and die.
Yes.
So just allow all of that to be here. And let me ask you, scale of 1 to 10, how intensely does it come up?
10.
10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, just take a few deep breaths and just allow it all to be here, just like that. And let me guess, would you like to change this?
Yes.
Okay. But can you notice also that feeling of how much you want to change?
Yes. I could.
Yeah. And is that okay to feel that way? You seem to feel that way anyway.
Yes.
And does it feel personal? Does it feel like it's about you?
Yes.
And would you give it permission to feel that way? To
Yes. Yes.
and when you're ready, could you let this go?
Yes.
Would you let this
Yes.
when?
No.
Take a breath or two and just notice what's here.
I didn't hear them.
Oh, just take a breath or
Okay.
two and notice what's here now.
Me.
Does that feel complete, that step right there?
I have a pain in my heart.
In your heart?
Yes.
Could you allow that? Just focus on that for a moment. And could you open, could you, could you invite a little curiosity?
Yes.
And just for now, is it okay for that to feel that way?
Yes.
And notice how that melts things a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. Let's take the fourth step, which is oneness and separation. So, did it feel like you were being rejected, cut off, pushed away?
The three things.
Yes.
That's
Mm-hmm. And did it feel like you were also wanting to push away, cut off, and reject?
yes.
Yes. Okay.
That's
But also notice, wasn't there also a wanting to be together, whole, complete, one?
yes.
Yeah. And did the other party or parties, was there from that other side, was there also perhaps a similar desire to connect?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, okay, fine. So just for now, could you allow yourself to feel into all of that, whatever came up to? And again, breathe in and so how intensely does this show up? Scale of 1 to 10.
I'm feeling my tooth, upper tooth, chin,
More.
my tooth,
Oh, you're feeling
the
in
thighs.
5.
Yes.
Uh-huh. All right, then. So is this mainly in the body or more in the head?
More in the head.
More in the head.
Mhm.
Notice those thoughts. Notice those images, stories, beliefs, memories.
Yes.
Are those you, or are you aware of those thoughts?
I am aware of those thoughts. I think that it's me.
Hmm? Could you repeat that?
That I think that it's me.
Yes, but that's a thought, correct?
Yes. Yes. That's a thought.
Okay.
Yes.
So just notice the thought.
Yes.
Also, notice how it feels to rest as that which is aware of thought. Do those thoughts stay forever, or do they come and go?
No, they stay. And
Forever.
that, yes.
Forever. Really? Those thoughts stay forever.
Mhm.
Is that true?
No,
Does it feel true?
a little bit.
A little bit?
Yes.
Okay. Well, maybe it just feels that way. Do you want to control how you feel?
yes.
Normal. Oh, good. So it's enough, really, just to notice that and give it permission. And what happens?
Makes me cry.
Oh, okay. Is that a bad thing or a good thing?
A good thing.
No. Okay. And does that feel like release?
Um, um, uh, it's like feeling what I felt. I had been feeling all this time, all these years,
Mm.
and taking charge of what I think of myself.
Mm. Well, do I understand that what you mean is that those feelings were there
Yes.
and
Mhm.
now what's happening?
Now it's my face on the top. It's better,
Oh,
much better. Yes.
so that is the cleanup procedure. And it does feel like something should, right, Teresa? So
Yes.
could I recommend a little bit of self-care? Be gentle with yourself.
I have been very hard on me.
Okay. Well, take things slowly. Be sure to drink the fluids that you need. Hmm? Maybe
Thank you.
go for a walk, maybe, or do something that connects you with yourself.
Okay.
Hmm. Thank you for asking that question or stepping up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen.
So I'm going to invite anybody else who would like to ask a question, share a gain, ask for support. A gain can really be anything positive, anything that you're grateful for. I have to say, I'm grateful for the people who show up to the call, and I'm grateful for great questions like what we just had. That makes it so much more, well, enjoyable.
Okay.
Oh, hello. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Via.
Yeah. How are you, Stephen?
Thank you. I'm feeling.
Um. Yeah. I have a lot of things that are going really well. Uh, but today I have some hip problems, and as it turns out, I need uh, operation
Oh,
for my hips. And so I talked about it with my physiotherapist, and he's just a very enthusiastic, nice guy. He said, "We are you going to have your life back?" And well, but now I really feel so tense about it, and it's going to be only in October or something. It's not really, but I really feel tense about it, and I'd like to let that go a little bit, or to have some perspective.
let's do that. It's a good one. Okay.
Well, yeah.
Well, it sounds like something that I can just lead you on, and we can see where it goes.
Yeah.
So notice how it feels when you think about this
Uh,
operation.
yeah, the whole situation with all the people that I don't know in a medical world that I don't know, and
Right.
yeah,
Right. There you are, exposed, vulnerable. Hmm? Yeah.
yeah,
Your body,
uh,
the pain.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's really about the other people, isn't it? Not so much the pain.
And no, I'm not scared about. I hope the operation will go okay, of course, but it's more about, yeah. The, I have to trust the people and this whole process,
Mm.
something like that.
So that could you just allow that feeling of being so vulnerable?
Yeah.
That's what it really is. It's a physical.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Ugh.
that's the one. That's the one.
Don't like that. Eh.
That's right. But since it's here anyway, just as an
Yeah.
experiment, most people would. I don't want to feel this, but we're going to do the opposite.
Yeah.
Could you just invite it a little bit more with curiosity?
Mm.
It's the thing that you don't want to do, of course.
Yeah. I'm not scared of that, but somehow it's not moving really. So
Whatever shows up, would you
yeah.
give permission to be just like that?
Yeah.
But notice also that you do want to change it, don't you?
Yeah. I want to have a miracle that's somehow it's just
Right, 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 right.
it's healed.
Hooray! Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Notice that feeling.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. It is control. It is control.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, if that's what's here just for now, you'll let that go.
Uh,
Either answer is okay, you know.
I would like to. Yeah.
Okay. And then would you let that go? Or you would?
If I could, I would let it go. For, yes.
And then when?
And now. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
sometimes it even helps to make hand gestures. I don't know.
Oh, that's, yeah. Oh,
Let's go back to the beginning. October, hip operation, going to the hospital, scheduling it, people in uniforms. What comes up for you now?
uh, yeah. There's this feeling of bracing myself.
Oh, since that's here, could you invite it up even more?
Yeah.
Huh, exactly. Even just a tiny bit more, could you just allow it?
Mhm.
And would you agree somehow that's trying to help protect?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, could you meet that feeling with gratitude?
Hmm.
How would you greet somebody who is trying so hard to help? And can you welcome gratitude? Can you meet this feeling with? Does that come naturally?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And even just a little more. Let me ask you, what's here now?
There's some space between this bracing feeling and and me, or how would you? call that.
For sure.
There's some awareness around it.
What would be the opposite of the bracing feeling?
Um, uh, Clarity in and trusting, or the clarity. Yeah,
Well, clarity and trust are hand in hand, aren't they?
maybe.
Could you welcome clarity and trust? Yes.
Because when I'm in such a world, I can't see it clearly. And when I'm in clarity,
Right.
I can see things as they are
Mhm.
and not colored by whatever. Failure.
Well, let's see if we can go back and forth a little bit, could we? The clarity,
Okay.
the trust,
Mhm.
and then bracing,
Whoa.
control,
Yeah.
and then clarity and trust,
Yeah.
and then bracing for control.
Yeah. Oh, it feels really hostile. Like,
And then clarity and trust, and then bracing and control,
yeah.
and then clarity and trust. And then, if you're ready, could you welcome both at once, the bracing and the clarity?
Yes, I can, but it's weird, but I can.
It's weird, but you can, yes. Can you notice also what's happening when you do that? The bracing starts to break up and dissolve a little. The clarity and the trust is.
Hmm.
Can you find a border between the clarity and the bracing? Can you find where the one stops?
It's not really a border, but I can feel a, a difference, a huge difference in uh, quality of quality of being or quality of this emotion. Uh, and the trust and the clarity feels really more open, mature, uh, uh, willing to uh, cooperate,
Mm-hmm.
but also from a space of uh, I- uh, inner authority, autonomy.
Mm-hmm.
That's really good.
That is good. That is really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
What happens when you introduce gratitude even more?
Mm.
Because all of that bracing, right, is trying to help, isn't
Yeah, but from a perspective of distrust or
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
and so it is helping, trying to help in from its perspective,
Right.
but it's really hurtful. It's rehearsal and not creating any clarity, or because when there's this point of decision, am I going for it or not?
Mhm.
I need this space of clarity and inner autonomy, and to take the steps that are
Mhm.
necessary.
Well,
And that feels really cool.
Mhm.
Sorry?
What if just beyond that bracing, that's
Yeah.
find the clarity and the trust?
Hmm.
Yeah. The clarity, so the bracing is really trying to help, but it doesn't help him. We know that. The gratitude helps to calm it.
Ah, that's what you mean. Yeah.
Exactly. And really what it's trying to do is it's trying to find clarity and trust, which already exist.
Yeah. 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 That's true. Yeah. Good point. Yeah. But it also this gratitude, uh, uh, when I feel like I'm almost like this motherly feeling for this little, that helps only really, uh, really well.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Well,
That's that feels more appropriate than gratitude. Yeah, they are close, but
well,
this
yeah.
motherly feeling of embracing, or calming it down, or
Right, right, right. That's a very
it's okay.
wise perspective. Yes.
It's okay. Yeah,
Well, isn't that a less mature part of the self, if you want, which is reacting in that way, which is not helpful, but it's just a
yeah,
natural reaction.
yeah. Sure, sure.
Right. But it's also the mother nurturing that helps it to realize that it's safe and then can actually develop
Yeah,
further.
yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I like that perspective.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm feeling a lot calmer, better.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that will make the procedure a lot less disruptive, a lot less difficult.
Hmm. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I understand that hips are a lot easier than knees, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear that. I hear that. Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, I don't know if you know that, but a year and a half ago, I fell off my bike, a Dutch Amsterdam accident, and I broke my hip. So I have a hip history already, and but then I fell off my bike, and I went to the hospital with an ambulance. Is that an English word? An ambulance. So I had zero time to prepare or to have thoughts, or uh, so, and that went really well. Yeah, and it's now it's crazy that these things are happening now again, but it's completely different because I have somehow time time to think about this. Yeah, but it's really yeah, there's some old piece that is just not going to want to go, and
Yeah.
it's okay. Yeah.
Very good.
Well, thank you.
Good. Does that feel complete for now?
It does.
It does? Okay. Glad to hear it. Thanks for stepping up. It's nice to see you again. Nice to hear. Yeah. Well, so I'm not in any hurry, but we have reached the end of the hour. If anyone wants to step up with the questions again or to ask some assistance, there's still a chance. If not, I also will mention I do work one-on-one with clients. It's very simple to find me. You can just Google Working from the Heart or type in workingfromtheheart.com. Or I might have a link somewhere around the video as well if you're looking at it that way. Hello, Maria. Good to see you. I need it.
Yes. Can you put it on the chat? the information, please.
Sure.
Please.
I always mean to do that, and I always forget to do that here. So there's also a YouTube channel. There we go.
Okay,
Good, good.
I got it. Mhm.
Yeah, and just for fun, I also put together a little demonstration of artificial intelligence. I think I'll post that as well.
Okay.
I created a version of ChatGTP which mimics present, mimics my coaching style. And that is the link right there as well. It's just meant to be a simple little demonstration. You can check it out and see what you think. It's not meant to diagnose. It's not a medical professional. Neither am I. So let's be clear. Well, that's it. I'm going to end the call, and you're welcome to unmute and say goodbye. We'll be doing this again next week as usual, and I thank you all for joining me. This has been pleasurable.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, and a good